Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let's set the rules first, or at least the boundaries of this analysis. We agree that desperate people do desperate things in desperate situations, right? I think we agree with that. I think that people who are losing are trying to cheat more than people who are definitely easily winning. Correct? Correct. Now, with this two being said, I think we can look at this article, but we can add this one too. If everything goes well, don't change anything. Correct? Correct. If things don't go the way you plan it, then you try to tweak it to make it go well, right? Now, if you increase the output of your effort in a competition, that means, and you have to put more and more and more, that means whatever you started with was not sufficient, was not enough. That's why you had to add more and add more and add more. Let's say I attack this country right here and I use a battalion. And after that, I bring another battalion, another battalion, another battalion. Why do I keep adding? Not because I'm winning, right? It's because I'm losing. Or I send over there just a battalion over there, some infantry, okay? And then I say, how about I send some howitzers? Okay. And then I say, how about I send some armored vehicles? Okay. Why do I send all these things? If I have to send all these things, that means the result from the front is not on my side, is not a-okay. And if I have to add tanks, airplanes, missile, short-range missile, long-range missile, and all that, if I keep adding, that means I'm losing. I'm not winning, otherwise I would leave it as it is. I win, I wash my hands, and that's it. Right, I think you know exactly what I mean, right? But here we have the Americans being desperate in their desperation, because their little vassal people over there are losing, are trying to give those guys the latest thing. Look what they try to give the Ukrainians over there. US Congress introduces resolution demanding provisions of ATACMS to Ukraine. Doesn't this sound like an urgent matter? Urgency? Why now? If everything was as we were told, which is the Ukrainians have been winning since the beginning of the war, unprovoked invasion by the Russians, then why did you need to always bring more and more and more and more and more? Remember to our premises at the beginning that we both agreed. Okay? So again, and this is now, while the counteroffensive is in full swing, and it's not going well because these guys demand now. Demand now. What does that tell you? They're not winning, they're not succeeding, they're not meeting the, whatever they have to meet, the quota, the level necessary to produce. This article comes from June 9, 2023. On Friday, members of the U.S. House Committee on Foreign Affairs, representing the Democratic and Republican parties, so bipartisan love, announced a resolution calling on President Joe Biden's administration to hand over ATACMS long-range missiles to Ukraine. That means those guys are not doing well so far with everything they sent, and they sent almost everything. What's left to send over there? I don't think that warships will do it in the Black Sea, or submarines, so put it aside. They didn't send troops, like massive troops. The keyword is massive number of troops. They didn't send that. They didn't send the latest stealth bombers and fighter jets, okay? They didn't send that one. And they didn't send atomic bombs. What else they didn't send? That's it. About that. Everything else they sent. Any little thing that I have in a little sleeve right here, the aces or the queens that I have here, they already put them on the table. And they still, this is almost the last one. What are we doing? Why do you do that? Because you're losing. And unfortunately, Ukrainians and Russians are dying. But it's okay. These guys send more weapons, killing equipment to save lives, to preserve lives. Did I get that right? Yeah. According to the Republican Michael McCall, the co-author of the resolution and chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, if the United States does not provide Ukraine with all the necessary weapons, they mean everything, it will help prolong the war. No, they're not winning. Because they had what? A year and 3 months? I'm not saying the Russians are winning. And I'm quoting, the success, oh my God, it's of the Ukrainian counteroffensive is directly related to the military assistance provided by the United States and our allies. Yes, thank you very much. It means you are fighting Russia with the Ukrainian army. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So the counteroffensive is directly related to the military assistance provided by the States and its allies. Therefore, it is extremely disappointing that the administration is delaying billions of dollars that already sent billions of dollars, what are I talking about, of military funding, which could be immediately transferred to Ukraine, and it in turn helps its armed forces significantly change the situation on the battlefield. Change it from what? From losing to winning. That's how you change it. Or maybe you change it for winning a lot to winning fantastically. Is that what you mean? I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. In a document, the decisions of the government of the UK and France to transfer Storm Shadow and Scalp AG long-range missiles, respectively, both with a range of 250 kilometers, are mentioned. That's why don't we do this? The United States and its allies. Okay, F off. Let's move on here. Let's see what the range of these guys are, because they're weasels here. The Army's ATACMS tactical missile systems are surface-to-surface missiles that can fly at a distance of about 300 kilometers, which is about 4 times more than the missiles used by the HIMARS mobile system that the United States began sending to Ukraine last year. And I don't think they have any more, that's why they send these guys. But hey, that's just a gut feeling. Earlier, the media reported the Biden administration explains the reluctance of the Ukrainian side to transfer long-range ATACMS whatever missiles, so that in this case they may remain too small in the reserves of the US Army. What do you mean? So they say we can't send it because don't have enough in our military. The defense budget, US defense arms budget, whatever you want to call it, it's what, 840 or 860 now billion dollars a year. The biggest on this planet by far. And we don't have enough of these things. I said it before and I will say it again. I think all the bureaucracy that is kept in place eats most of the money. We don't have weapons. We have some. We have 3 here, we have 2 here, and we have 1 over here, we got 5 over here, we got 200 planes or something like that. But if the real thing starts, we have more people, more truck drivers, more people that serve food, more other people that are doing all kind of hanky-panky stuff, but we don't have the hey, hoorah, let's go. Nah. Right? And the personnel, to be fair, put it like this, you have 100%. How much do you think that out of this 100% of the US military is active combat? Oh, my bad. How much do you think? This much? From here to here? Do you think this much? Or this much? I suspect it's this much right here. Like in any other army, because you need logistics. Correct. It's all right, my friends. That shows desperation. That shows urgency to me. But since I'm a little bit cuckoo, I might say saw things right. All right, my friends. Obviously, that will happen. They will send everything these guys want because... Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.